Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I know I just went live. I was scheduled to go live and then I just hit live. Shout out to everybody in the chat for those that are here. Now, we know I got some people in here. Y'all need to start typing in that chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. Let me let everybody know that we are live. Live now. Live now. Shout out to everybody. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to everybody. Let me let the Discord fam, Fluffle fam know that we are live. Welcome, everybody. I see people in the chat. Hey, TP. Hey, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Shout out to everybody, yo. Thank you guys for being here. Everyone, we are live. Again, welcome, everybody. Yo, it's been a lot going on, and I wanted to give some commentary, at least my thoughts to the situation. Because I was finding out some stuff I didn't even know throughout the week. I wish I would have known this, but I didn't know this then. Um mhm, Twice in one morning. You know I need like double shots of coffee at this point. My coffee's water now, so I definitely need to figure this out. I posted about Leah and Claire in the cult section of Rabbit's Discord. Thank you so much, Tinkle Tits. Shout out to you. Hey Nona, how you doing, love? We have to talk. Hey K9, Janet, Pika, welcome, welcome. Let me wrestle with my laptop. Oh, shout out to your grandson. Doc, Tinkle Tits, McGee, and from MA, from Maine, Jess, welcome. Kaliko, is it Kaliko? Kaliko 26. Welcome, DP, welcome, everybody, everybody. I need a refill on my coffee at this point. If you guys want to help me refill the coffee, you know what my Cash App is. Shout out to you. Hey, Too Persuasive, how you doing, love? It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Jody, welcome. Me, you. Rose. Ooh, Rosemarie, welcome. Cheshire Cat, how you doing, love? Jody, who? Welcome, Jody, who? Me, you. I know, I need a refill, yo. Like I said, if anybody wants to hit that Cash App for the refill, I will not be mad at you. I promise that. I am out of coffee, so I got to go run and get some. You just came from AA Ron. I know I gotta go catch up with AA Ron's live stream. Hey, Gina Diamond, how you doing, love? It's been a minute. Hats off to you. Rena, shout out to you. Lamb, yes, donate to the coffee. Thank you so much. Shout out to SW. Thank you so much for that. I do need some coffee. So I was live this morning and I did 1 cup and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm out. And I do iced coffee. I don't do traditional hot coffee. I don't know, but I'm out. I need some more coffee. Aaron just finished with oh, he did? Oh my gosh, I gotta go catch up. See, I'm behind. Really? Okay, I gotta see now. I feel I wasn't over there because I was live doing something else, covering true crime. Kids are doing auditing. It is deep. And that's something. Shout out to Serge that he's been trying to tell us. Not there's so many people in this community and the SPTV community that has been trying to educate us and tell us and whatnot. Oh, shout out to Duty Ron. You guys know I like Duty Ron a lot too. Shout out to him. Very, very cool former law enforcement. Michelle, welcome. Was it heavy? Okay. Then I probably need to watch coffee or drink more coffee before I even watch it over there. Powerful stream. Okay. I'll definitely watch it. Jen says, I'm here for it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you too. Thank you, Cookie. Welcome. Thank you to Persuasive. You tell them to hit that like button. It's for free. Supernatural. Thank you for being here. King's Kid. Running Bear. I see all my beautiful, wonderful, regular folks here. I'm here after watching Aaron and Search. Everyone needs to see that live. I definitely will watch it. I'm on the replay gang for that. Okay. You're crying. All right, I will. I got y'all. I'm gonna watch it. I gotta go do it. Okay. So I wanted to first of all talk a little bit about this because I had seen, shout out to Kelly Copter, to Marilyn, to this new, I don't think she's a new creator. She's actually been around, but I definitely want to promote her channel because she has been, her reaction, her commentary to this was phenomenal and I loved it. Graham, shout out to Graham as well. Um, Shout out to all these people that give commentary to this. And I think that, and Surge, of course, who else? Who else? Who else? There's been a lot of people. Oh no, Nora. Shout out to her. Shout out to all these. I hope everybody here's, you know, sub to all these people. At least I would hope you guys are. Okay. So I got to talk about the aftermath real quick because I was not aware, and I feel pretty stupid. Marissa, her name is Marissa. The Dianetics. Yes. Is it Marisa or Manisa? I think it's Marisa. We'll find out 'cause she tells her name here in a little bit. Um, I didn't know that one of the board members ran this page. So back when I was covering the Aaron stuff, and actually I think I saw it more when I was covering the Miriam, helping Miriam tell her story. I didn't know that this account belonged to somebody that is now on the foundation. So this account was like trolling me heavy and tagging me on stuff. Listen, when people troll me on social media, especially like I don't go back and forth on Twitter. I really, really don't. I get tagged on a lot of stuff on Twitter and I don't go back. Very rarely do I answer, especially Twitter, because Twitter is a whole different monster when it comes to this. So this account was like tagging me on shit. And I'm like, well, I don't know this account. And I'm finding out that it's actually the account that belongs to the lady on the board by the name of Stephanie. Yeah, listen, I didn't know she was like, so Twitter is insane. Twitter is insane. I have my Twitter account. I'll retweet the lives. I just started going live on Twitter. But this specific person was like tagging me, and I was like, "Who is this account?" And then I was hearing it's hers, right? Then when I went to go hear what Aaron was saying, "Well, it's this account called what the fuck is it? Ulto Vera Veritas or whatever the hell, you know, your mama account or something." Where's my phone at? And so I was like, "Oh shit! Like this is her account, and it's followed of course, it's followed by Mike Rinder, Tony Ortega, and Leah Remini." So somebody else sent me the screenshot of who follows this account. And I said, oh. So the lady that is now on the Aftermath Foundation runs this account as a fan on behalf of those people. Is that correct? So yeah. Thank you, Marilyn. That one. I didn't know that was her. So a couple weeks ago when I found out, oh, they got new board members. Yay, hooray, new board members. Shout out to the Aftermath, yada, yada, yada. They got new board. Hopefully they're trauma informed. I was saying all that, right? So the lady that's in that board member, she's actually the one that runs this account. She trolls everybody. And she's a board member. And the people that follow that account is Mike Rinder, Tony Ortega, and Leah Remini. Get the hell out of here. I'm trying to understand. The lady that sits on the board who just wrote this hit piece on Aaron runs this account and she trolls folks on this account and she talks about people's marriage, especially like Aaron and everybody. She talks about people on this account. So she's on the board. I had blocked this account because they were tagging me on some stuff and trying to, say stuff. Listen, when you fuck with Miriam, and I'm gonna be mad, right? Like, let's just get it together. So she trolls folks from this account, and then she tags you. That is insane. You guys understand? And she's a board member. That is insane. Well, search. I mean, it's one thing like if you're a fan, but like, you're a board member. You can't conduct yourself as a board member. You can have your opinions about people. I mean, be unapologetic about your opinions, girl. I promote that. Go for it. But you are literally trolling the survivors and those that were never in, right? Like you're just trolling folks that you just troll. That's all you're doing. Coffee fun. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you. SW says coffee fun. I hope you and your family have a blessed Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I thought this was like a joke when people told me that. I was like, no, 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 no. So when Aaron brought it up on his stream, he said something there, and I was like, wait, 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 wait. That account? So then I went onto Twitter and I said, oh, I got that account blocked. Well, no shit, Sherlock, I got it blocked because they were trolling me, and then they were posting shit. I said, no, Lord have mercy, no. I just blocked it, and then I'm finding out that she's an actual now board member. Sorry, y'all. I'm a slow ADHD, the coffee slow, like it's hitting me, delay response, reaction, whatever. Dina, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Um, I didn't know. And I've never gone to her blog until like people were mentioning it. I didn't know whatsoever what was going on. So I feel pretty slow at this point. I just do. So I want to talk about shout out to Miss Marissa, I think that's her name, and her channel is Diane Edix. I put the channel in the chat. You guys go sub up to her. I loved her commentary here. I got to give some commentary because I was like, I love what she said here. I didn't know all this, and she kind of broke it down for me. I love it. I love it. Shout out to her. Go sub up to her channel, please.
Hello, humans and people aboard. I'm just joking.
Uh,
What's going on, everybody? This is Marissa. Some people have asked how you pronounce my name. It is pronounced Marissa. You can say Dianetics. Dianetics, that honestly, that was just a joke name that I put because of Hubbard's book, Dianetics. So I thought Diane Ethics. What a cool name. Could honestly be like a porno name or something. Wouldn't that be cool? Have like some
you
porno
know what?
star and making films.
When she said that, she said it could be a porno name. Bow chicka wow wow. Shout out to
Like,
her.
I don't know, doing stuff with the e-meter cans. Hey, that's neither here nor there. We can't talk about that stuff on this
Y'all
on
need to
this
sub
show.
up to her. She's funny.
So, anyways, I hope you all are okay. And yeah, don't worry about these two things behind me. I'm not into Satan worshiping, which is so funny. I actually paint these skulls and I sell them up in Sedona. So yeah, I have these behind me. You can basically you buy like a mold for $5 and you paint them,
She's an artist. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it.
and you just deck them out however you'd like. And it's big, huge tourist stuff out in Sedona, Arizona. They go for like $60. So I help my friend paint these. These are my two buddies back here. Their names are Tim and Tiny. Tim and
She's so
Tiny.
cute.
They're my
Hold
two
up, y'all.
buddies
Let me
back
get to
there,
the point.
where people have sensitive feelings, and I really don't like hurting people's feelings. I don't like
Mm.
being mean. I don't like being insulting, and that is really a misconception about me. Um, I prefer to treat people with kindness, respect, and compassion.
And let me just tell you guys, for those that are asking, her channel is Diane, just like Diane, and then space edix. Okay, so I did share her channel in the chat, but I'm gonna share this right now. She's also in the description box, so you guys can go ahead and go sub up to her. She's funny. I like what I see.
The problem is, I have a lot of people that come onto my wall and they instantly want to talk to me with arrogance, prestige, and that's probably the number one pet peeve in my book is are people who brag and arrogance. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot stand that. It just, oh my god, as Marilyn says, it doesn't burn my biscuits. It like fries my biscuits and turns them like just crispy, where I just get really mad. So it crisps my biscuits. So yeah, so if you're gonna come on my wall and brag and say, well, John Atack is an expert. because he knows more than anyone that was ever raised in Scientology because he studied the materials that were not available to any other Scientologist. Stuff like that. I'm just like,
Hmm.
dude, you know who did that before John Atack? Trey Parker and the producers of South Park. They've actually translated more shit about Scientology than John Atack has.
That is crazy. And you know what? Restless Faye, you're right. Funny how they called Aaron out for his behavior, but the aftermath, they had a whole troll. That lady is a damn troll. Like, and I don't even know. I've never done anything to that lady. I've never made commentary on her. Like I said, I was 3, 4 lives ago, I was shouting them out because I said, "Oh, they got new board members. Hopefully they are trauma informed." I mean, everybody but John Atack, you know what I'm saying? Because he was very much fanning over Rinder over there. We talked about that. Literally, I was a little like, great. Maybe she's a never in. Maybe she could see that perspective. Y'all didn't tell me about this. You guys didn't tell me what really was the tea with this situation. Nobody said anything. And then she's over here trolling everybody. Wow. I mean, wow.
So there's a proper way and etiquette to approach someone, with manners, class, decency, and respect. And if you
Mhm.
approach me with manners, class, decency, and respect, I will more than shower you with the same abundantly. But if you come on my wall with this like, oh, I know more than you because blah blah blah, it's not going to end up too well
Mm-mm.
um, on your behalf. Also, I don't mind when people disagree with me. In fact, I embrace it. Do you think I want everyone in this world to think like me? No, because it would be an extremely boring place. I like different thoughts. I like people who make me think. And if you can make me think, I've said before many times, I am a sapiosexual, which means intelligence is what I find attractive. That's what I'm attracted to is intelligence. Okay. Um, I guess we'll leave it at that. But yeah, look it up, sapiosexual. Um, so if you're going to come onto my wall and just start denigrating me, acting arrogant, or acting like, take like if I say 1 + 1 = 2, and then you come on my wall and say, well, no, Marisa, you're wrong. It's actually 1 plus, then wait 5 minutes, and then think, and then add another one, and then it's equals 2. Therefore, I am correct. So basically, you take what I say and revise it in your own way, just so you can feel like you're superior above me. I can't stand that shit.
Interesting.
So yeah, if you come on my wall, if you act arrogant, if you brag about yourself, or obviously if you insult me, I am very good at insults, and it's you're gonna
Or even though, like, even just trying to take away from somebody's experience of having been in Scientology, right? Like, that's something that I can never go and tell somebody, no, you're not really a victim of this. That didn't really happen to you, or you really should have dealt with this way, right? Isn't that what the troll lady from the aftermath board told Miriam? You really shouldn't have done that. All your trauma was addressed on season this of this episode. That gets to me. That gets to me because it's not your trauma. And just because you're a fan stan and you got a hard on for somebody on that board doesn't mean it doesn't give you the right to fan stand and try to diminish somebody's trauma over that. We gonna get into that. Shout out to everybody. Thank you, Panko. Thank you for becoming a member. Dina, thank you for becoming a member. Eve, thank you for becoming a member. Lemon, hello. Thank you for becoming a member, y'all. Shout out to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's gaslighting. All right. And it doesn't matter whether it's a Rinder, it's a Leah, it's a fucking Tom Cruise, it's a any of these, people. It doesn't matter. Don't do that to anybody. You don't know what their trauma is, right? Like you don't. So how are you going to justify, well, everything that you need to know about her trauma is on episode 3 of season 4? No. Get out of here. That is like the worst thing you could do to anybody in this community of any trauma at this point. No.
get it back. That's all I can say. I saw someone yesterday saying, man, Marisa really likes to fight, and she specifically likes to do it with men. And that's not true at all. It's just for some reason, men, I think, find it challenging to confront me for some whatever reason, because maybe they're not used to dealing with intelligent women. And when a woman says something back and has a very good rebuttal, their heads implode and they don't know how to take it. So, yeah, all in all,
And people tend to use that sex part of like, well, you really like to fight with men. You really like to fight with women. No, I like to fight with anybody that wants to fight, that wants to get disrespectful, that wants to diminish, that wants to take away anything. No, man or woman, animal, whatever, it's on, right? Like it shouldn't matter.
I love peace, respect, and compassion. A lot of people don't provide that to us, though, in the Scientology world. Um, so, a couple reasons why I'm here today. Oh, and like I said, yeah, these two dudes behind me, they're just there because I painted them and I have to get rid of them and sell them. So, as you all know, what is her name? Stephanie Hutchinson. Yeah, was going to talk about, I'm here to talk about her, whatever it was that she wrote yesterday. And I found it because I happened to tune into Kelly Copter's live while it was going on about Stephanie Hutchinson. And I have to
Shout out to Kelly, shout out to Marilyn, all those people that really, shout out to Poe. Poe's talked about it too. Sir, everybody, Nora. I mean, everybody's up in uproar about this because how dare you? How dare you as a never end? How fucking dare you? Okay, wow. And it's so crazy. So then I went to her actual Twitter, and her actual Twitter has a banner of these board members, not a banner of your family, not a banner of, your favorite, I don't know, fur baby, not a banner of something that you've, I don't know, created, crochet, not an art project. No, you got a banner of the board members. Yeah, okay. Ooh, baby bunny. All right, mama.
say Kelly Copter, oh my God, she is just brilliant. And I wish I could speak as eloquently as her. And I just love the heck out of her. Um, and she was breaking it down. And I could see her laughing when she would read Stephanie's, I guess I could call it Darwinian diatribe. That's the only way I can describe it. And Stephanie starts giving this quote from L. Ron Hubbard about Black PR and TED agenting. And Kelly Copter is like, what? And I had to laugh too because it was very funny. What people need to understand is that Scientology is not something that you're going to understand by just watching aftermath episodes, which Stephanie Hutchinson, she has labeled herself. I don't know if it's on her Twitter anymore, but she labeled herself the self-appointed liaison between never ends and those who need to understand Scientology. So Stephanie Hutchinson believes
Why? Self-appointed liaison of the never ends? Why would you even want that title? The self-appointed liaison. Why? Is that like importance? Like I kind of now I'm on a one like yeah, yeah, nonsense. That's like labeling yourself the self-appointed liaison. Everything Tim, was it Tim Blake? Yeah, everything. The self-appointed liaison. Everything Diddy or the self-appointed what? Or even the people that like, well, you can't talk about cults because you don't know about cults. I don't know about cults. I'm learning as I go. I am a student in this bus. All right. I mean, but at this point, you're just a self-appointed jackass. Like, thank you, Pebbles. You're not the self-appointed anything of anything because it's not like you run that. You don't. I don't know you. I don't know you. Right? Who are you? Um, I didn't even know that she was the one trolling everybody. She was trolling me. She was trolling a bunch of people. That is insane. And then you're in the board on the board? That is crazy. I cannot. Anyways, let's do this.
that she
Yes, thank you, Tim Ballard. Yeah, please don't nonsense like Lord, please no self-appointed Tim Ballard nada here. That's right. We are not the self-appointed nothing here. We are not the experts. We're literally just on the bus. That's all. No, no. I'm definitely not self-appointed of anything. I'm not the educator of the never ends. I'm far from that. Okay? Far from that.
is the official translator for all of us, um, which is pretty funny because she's way off. And I hate to credit Jeffrey Augustine, but somebody showed me Jeff's video yesterday where he was talking about how he felt, and he didn't agree with what she did. And oh my God, it was just, he couldn't have said it any better. He's like, Stephanie, you are in way over your head, girl. You are in way over your head with trying to explain Scientology, and it's something that you don't understand, and you do not understand the meaning of it, and you should really just stop. Okay.
Why would you go to a never end to explain Scientology to you? Like, why would you guys go to me to explain Scientology to you when we have firsthand experts, firsthand people that have experienced survivors? Why would I be the expert of that? And why would, thank you for saying this too, Constance, the second gens don't need someone to translate for them. They are great at speaking on behalf of themselves. They don't need a self-appointed liaison translator. Why? Why would it? No, 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 no. It doesn't work that way, y'all. I speak Spanish fluently, right? I don't need somebody else to translate Spanish for me. It's a whole different language of itself. That's stupid. Why would I go to somebody like that? Why? Because you're a fan of the show? It's crazy. Uh-uh.
Okay, you should really stop writing words and quotes from L. Ron Hubbard. You got into like Joseph Gobbles, depending on where you live. Guys, I'm a Yank from Arizona. We say our vowels differently, so whatever. However, your preferred word of saying his name. But and Jeffrey Augustine was like, hey, this is not dead agenting or black PR. This is two people, Aaron versus Mike Rinder, and they have a disagreement, and it's freedom of speech in an argument. That's not dead agenting, and that's not black PR, Stephanie. And um, and what I want to know is, why did you copy the Stand League's format of their attack sites? So if you look at Stand League, that is
That's
basically
crazy.
OSA. That's OSA's attack website for like.
So one of the things that I did when this was about a year ago when I first started covering some of the Scientology stuff, and I've shared it before. One of the first videos that I ever did was like on Ian Rafalco, on Dr. Eric Berg. I didn't know he was a Scientologist. I followed him for many years on everything keto, right? And I didn't know that he wasn't like an actual doctor, like a nutritionist for stuff like that. So I felt like I was duped when I heard Ian Rafalco's story, right? And, I went directly to the source, and then I was like really looking into Scientology. And that's when I heard about these websites that they had. I saw Aaron's on that. I saw Aaron on this website. I saw folks on this website. So I realized, I was like, wait a minute, this lady is doing the same with these survivors of these cults that are speaking, that at one point she befriended them and she didn't like how things went down. And now she puts herself in a position to talk about people's marriage. When have I ever talked about Mike Rinder's marriage? The audacity for me to do that. I don't drag that man for anything. I don't know his marriage, or Leah or Claire or any of them. I would never do that to anybody. I wouldn't, because I don't know their marriage that way. So what gives you the right to attack a man, whatever his situation may be, whether he's married or not? It doesn't matter. It's not yours to do that. And how could you stand for victims and expose Scientology when you're victimizing them as well? And then you're in a position of power given that you're now on this board. You can have your opinion about somebody, you can do that, but I would never attack anybody's that relationship. That is sad. When have you guys ever heard me attack Mike Rinder as far as his personal life or relationship? Why is that okay? That's not okay. And then you're a board member. Get the fuck out of here. And then you over here talking about Miriam and her situation. Everything you need to know about her sex assault is on episode whatever, whatever. Get out of here. Here I'm thinking that, oh, they got new people in this new board, and they're shitty people so far. From the 3 out of the 2 right there, yeah, get out of here with that.
Like all of the prominent critics, like Mike Rinder, Leah, the Headleys, Tony Ortega. Um, I haven't made the list. Oh my God, I'm so mad. But you guys get what I'm saying. And if you guys, I'm sure you've seen the Stand League. Aaron is on there. Pretty much any prominent critic and activist they put on there. Stephanie, why did you emulate your website and your
That's
writing situation
crazy.
exactly like the Stand Leagues? I don't get it. And you know what? You deserve every amount of pushback and criticism that you're facing with this, because what you did was outright not cool. Um, it was highly ignorant and inaccurate information, and you don't know what you're talking about with Scientology. I honestly, if I were you, I would stop labeling yourself as the liaison of translating Scientology nomenclature and verbiage to never ends. Okay, you see this little booklet right here.
Mm, that's crazy. Yeah, don't label yourself that, girl. Like that. Like, no, don't do that. Don't, just because you're friends with those people and they follow you and you got your little Twitter website site and the banner of your picture is them hugging together because y'all are a big happy family. That's just off. Like, you don't even have any fur animals out there. You know, I'm worried about this is like they probably have their own families as well. Boundaries. Boundaries. Important. Just saying.
Scientology abridged dictionary. I'll say once again, my parents joined Scientology in 1975. I was born in 1978. So, oh my gosh. And when you're a Scientologist, like how my parents, I don't know if I should say are or were, they still believe in L. Ron Hubbard and most of his writings. All Scientologists have a freaking library of books, a minimum of 500 at least. So I have the red and white.
You know what's so interesting when she says that is that's one thing I notice everybody that they have the like keep these the literature, right? They keep certain things. It's interesting. I mean, I guess that's where a lot of the information's at, but I do notice that everybody has that in common. Everybody keeps literature from before or the stupid tin cans or whatever.
The green and white, all the tech volumes. Like as I tell my mom, I'm like, hey, I'm sort of like Liz Gale, where I like keeping this crap for nostalgic purposes. So I have this abridged dictionary. It's very tiny, but it's from the year 1965.
Oh
I'll
my
just give you a
God.
small example of some of the verbiage.
And this is Eloise, thank you for saying that. Did you know that Claire from that channel interview shout out to Jessica Paul Medessa a few weeks ago, but didn't post it until the day after Aaron opened his foundation. Jessica had no idea. No, no. In this blog, this is the crazy part out of this. I said, you have got to be kidding me. Miss Lady board member, Lady Troll, the defender of all, the liaison of everybody, the liaison of the never ends and the troll of everybody. Listen, she literally quoted, was it the Times on that article from the Los Angeles Times, and she co-signed the narrative that the Times was giving about these protesters. How does that sit well when the president is then interviewing a protester, which, by the way, she has also been swatted, also been attacked. All those protesters have been arrested and no charges have stuck to them. How does that land? Isn't there like a little bit of a hypocrisy there? Like, listen. There's a lot of shit that people try to hold Aaron on as far as this board goes, right? These rules. But you're also not holding yourself to that. And I get it that you got the little legal disclaimer. I speak for myself. This is not as a board member. Well, no, lady. I read some of those emails when all this went down. Okay? They were trying to nail Aaron, whether you like Aaron or not. I'm telling you, there's a lot that people don't know. Whether you like Aaron or not, that's neither here nor there. That's his own, whatever. But you do have to call this out that they're not holding this lady accountable. And she hasn't even warmed up her seat at the board yet. She hasn't even been there for more than 5 seconds. And already she's fucking it up for everybody. Lord have mercy, green eyed lady. Thank you for becoming a member. This is becoming very interesting. So y'all are interviewing protesters, but one of your board members doesn't like the protesters. Matter of fact, she's okay with disparaging their character. That's what she did. Yeah. Hmm.
That Scientologists use. And Stephanie, I would also like to ask you, why would you want to immerse yourself in this bullshit anyways?
Yeah.
Why would you want to learn a bullshit
I
cult
don't.
language so you can feel like you're an expert?
Let me tell y'all something. I love all the people that Shout out to everybody. Serge, Honora, Lara FM, Liz, all you guys. You guys are awesome. Aaron, everybody. But I'm going to tell you guys something. I don't think that I would want to immerse myself in that. And let me explain to you why. Because all I could ever really do is be a support to you. What do you need in order for me to be an ally? How can I best serve? What is it? Y'all need help with fundraising? Can we help you get some, community resources in place? What do we need? What is needed at this point? Me learning the the dictionary of this doesn't help any of them. It's not going to serve them because they've been victimized by this bullshit. So how is me learning any of that going to help everybody else? How? Me knowing the acronyms of what this shit means, well, how is that going to help Surge? How is that going to help? No. Why would that help Surge in any way, or all those children currently in Scientology? Bueller? Anybody? Let me know, because that doesn't make sense whatsoever. And if that makes you an expert knowing all this stuff, well, Lord have mercy, you go be an expert and the liaison of the never ends. Go do that. Take the crown. Go ahead, girl.
This is quack. This is not real. This is an evil language. And you're over here wanting to immerse yourself in it and educate yourself on it because you have a hard on for Mike Rinder and he's your little knight in shining armor. I
Girl,
actually find that offensive as somebody that grew.
she said you. I got a cough. Hold on. I didn't say that. Shout out to Dianetics. She said you got a hard on. Listen, she got the certificate. She got the plaque. She wrote the books. I'm pretty sure Mike Rinder is married, right? Like I don't know him like that, but I'm just saying, girl. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. No bueno. Absolutely not. You know? It's not a good look, girl. Mm-mm.
Grew up in Scientology that you are trying to learn this shit while we are trying to get this outside of our heads. You
Get
want
it
to
out.
learn about it and know what the words mean so that you can talk like a Scientologist.
You got folks trying to burn this shit, and she's over here trying to learn it. Get out of here.
That's kind of not cool in my opinion. So some of the words: aberration, affinity, alter isness, aniton, ARC. Oh my goodness, Chingona. You know what makes me so mad is that like I know what all these
She said, "Oh my goodness, chingo." She's over here cussing in Spanish. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
words mean. Blow. And we're not talking about some good coke or a blow job with
I need some more coffee. I'm not ready for this. My coffee is water now. Mm. She said, and we're not talking about a blowjob or some good coke. This is the shit that y'all want to learn? Stop it. Stop it. She went there, Pebbles. Karen, thank you for becoming a member. Hold up. Let me shout out some of you guys. Becca, thank you for becoming a member. Green Eye Lady. Lord have mercy. She went there. She said no.
the word blow in Scientology. That's not what it means.
No.
Facsimile, service facsimile. Yeah. So it's, these are words that there's a whole like hundreds and hundreds of pages of like made up cult words that L. Ron Hubbard created to keep his controllers or his members immersed in this pseudo language.
Hmm.
And Stephanie, what you wrote yesterday, you're talking about black PR and dead agenting, and then you in your letter that essentially was, I would say, a wannabe black PR and dead agenting package, only because you made it look like the Stand League's website. But why do you keep writing letters attacking people? Now,
Yeah.
the one that you did yesterday about Aaron, yes, that was messed up. Mainly, I am in disagreement with it because of your sheer ignorance about what you did, and that it was just like I said, Darwinian diatribe.
Here's my question. And in all honesty, you guys got to ask yourselves this question. Why, if the for the people, if you're in the chat or if you're in the bushes, I just want to ask you one question in all seriousness. I know I'm making fun. I know I'm passive aggressive. I know I talk my shit. Listen, I just want to ask a question though. For the people that run the narrative of why can't we all just get along, or why can't we all just come together because this is helping Scientology? Why are you letting a never in do this? Why are you letting a never in attack folks that left the cult? Why are you letting a never in do that? Why are you doing that? Especially now she sits on the board, so she not only has a big head, literally, but she's also warming up that seat. And you guys see what you're getting? Why? How dare you? When you're supposed to be an ally, whether you like them or not. I don't care. But why? That's my question. Why? If you don't agree with anything that anybody says, that's one thing. That's fine. But oh Lord, Shelley, you better stop. Stop. Um but that is really my question in all seriousness. Why are you guys letting this woman who's never been in it, who doesn't understand the trauma, who's reading books, why are you guys letting her attack? That's all I want to know. And you guys can say, well, you attack. No, I questioned and I brought in a victim, and I will continue to bring victims that feel like they've been wronged, regardless. I just want to know. Answer me that. That's it. She needs to know her place. Okay? She's not the liaison of nobody because I didn't know her. Nobody knows her. So ask her. And outside of that, outside of just reading a shitload of books, what other education does she have to even be the liaison of anything? Stop it. Stop giving people this kind of power. Whew. Ken, shout out to Ken. Thank you for the $50. Says, let's recap. November, Mike posted horrible blogs. ATAC compared lynching to people after Mike and Stephanie violated, refrained from publicly disparaging another person or organization similar to those of the Aftermath Foundation. Why donate to this? Ken, and you were, shout out to Ken, because Ken, that's around the time that I met Ken was in November, where I was just giving commentary to this. I literally was just as an outsider. And one of the things that I ask, and I'm going to ask you guys again, it's a question that I've had. What are you doing? Why are you becoming the thing that you hate? And why are you letting somebody that was never in to motivate and push that? Why are you becoming the cult that you hate? Why? Thank you, Ken. Thank you, thank you. Isn't this what this is about? Why are we doing that? Is it the second generation? They're going through their things. They're also immersed in a lot of this. They're also trying to break the generational trauma that there's a lot that's going on. What is going on here? Is anybody else not seeing this? I'm kind of I'm wondering. I'm wondering. Let me know. Oh Lord. See, no worries, no worries. Vintage Mama says, Aftermath put their pit bull on Aaron. They're all jealous of Aaron. The foundation at this point is going to fall if fail if this continues. I just never knew that they had like you guys literally have a troll in your foundation. Like I said, y'all can have your opinions, but to literally attack this man's marriage or try to take away from somebody's trauma by telling them that they can go watch season whatever, or try to take away or even try to take like ownership of money that was donated to you, and you just trying to get rid of it at this point by whatever it may be, like that is even, I'm concerned about that. What are you guys doing? Y'all don't have to like anybody here. We don't have to like each other, but there's one thing you guys can agree. What if I were to come in, now we have the SPTV Foundation, and I call myself the liaison for the never ends. I hope you guys like strip me from that and knock me down a couple of you know, levels from that, because I'm not the liaison of anybody. No. I would never. I'm not the expert of it. I'm not the expert of a lot of things. Even true crime, even social work, you guys. I'm a student. I'm a student. I'm a lifer of it. I'm always going to be a student. Okay? Always. Humble yourself, please. All right? Just because you're up there, way up on Rinder's ass, doesn't mean that you can't humble yourself. All right? There's life outside of this. I promise you. All right.
The one that really upset me is what you put together about Miriam Francis, because I was involved in the fundraiser for her and I posted on my wall,
Oh,
my
thank you.
community page, right after her fundraiser. You go and you shoot out another one of your Darwinian diatribes, and you're straight up talking about Miriam Francis and her SA abuse that she endured, and you're just
That's
talking about it
crazy.
so casually, like, you know, Miriam was just going to the grocery store or something. That's how you're talking about the abuse that she endured.
Hats off to you. Thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, that really did get to me. That hey Kelly, shout out to Kelly Copter. You guys check out her channel. Kelly. See, I watched yours, and then I watched Marilyn's, and then and I was like, how do you even sum up or summarize any of this at this point? Because there has been so many reactions um to this. But shout out to you for you pointing out and breaking things down as well. Y'all got to get it together. And then that's the other thing too. Like, even speaking on Miriam's trauma, that is not your trauma. Just because you read a book and you sit there and you're a fan of the damn show, the show, you mean the show that people have a lot of questions and comments about? You weren't there. You weren't part of production. Why do you have so much say over that shit? Why? A show is a show. Are they going to do part whatever other season? This is why I feel like the Aftermath Foundation is more of a production than it is an actual helpful resource. And it's crazy to me because like I don't know. Y'all like what are you doing? And then I hear well they're trying to recuperate from this PR and it's black PR. This is PR. Everything's a PR situation and no. Y'all need to look at yourselves in the mirror. What are you doing? I cannot.
And you're like, oh, if you guys want to know about Miriam's SA abuse, watch season 2, bloppity blob of Aftermath, and you'll know everything right there. Really, Stephanie? Are you that dumb
Yeah.
that you think a lifetime of physical or SA, I guess you can't say it
No. She is that dumb. She doesn't get it. She feels like it's enough for whatever Mike Rinder put out there, and that's the narrative, and that's the show. And because she's followed by Leah Remini, Mike Rinder, and Tony Ortega, and all these fucking people, that somehow is enough. That's what it is. Comment the tone deaf behavior of Mike and the rest of the board show that they have no empathy. There's a label for that, but I won't diagnose it. But we all know it. And then here's the deal, yo. Speaking of, I won't diagnose it. Then she writes on her blog something to the effect of, well, Aaron needs to do something about his untreated mental health. What about your untreated mental health? It's the audacity to come out here and attack these people. What about your untreated mental health? What gives you the right to say that? What about your mental health? That you're following these people and then trolling these people and trolling victims. What about your mental health? What does that say about you? That you will believe the first thing that anybody puts out there. Miriam's out here. I don't know if you guys have checked her community posts. You guys got to go check out her community wall and her videos. She's piecing things together. She's coming to terms with a lot that has happened and really trying to hold people accountable for what the fuck this damn machine is, right? You can't just always put it on a dead man, L. Ron Hubbard. You can't just put it on fucking, what's his name? Miscavige. Okay, you can't. You can't just put that out there on just one specific person. So what about you? What are you doing? Why are you victimizing these folks? Why are you saying shit? Who the fuck are you? Vintage Mama, thank you for the 5. Timing is ironic. SPTV Foundation starts, ATAC interviews drops, the blog posts. They're all trying to kill the new foundation. Good luck with that. No, but honestly, yo, I agree with that. What about? Oh my God! And here's yo. Here's Miss Lake. Shout out to Miss Diane Edix, Miss Marissa. Shout out to her. Thank you so much for. First of all, I loved your commentary, and I had to showcase it. I hope you're okay with that. Love. Shout out to you, you guys. I've been dropping your channel. Her information is in the description box. Please go check her out. I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't tell you to be prepared. I just went. I love your show and insight. Been a long time fan. Oh, not only your Scientology stuff, but your Selena coverage. Oh, thank you. That means so much to me. Thank you, Miss Love. Thank you. All right. That's what I want to know, y'all. Ask her. Ask Miss Troll Lady. What's up with her? What about her? Does she not have family? She's got the members in her banner. Does she not have other family that she can love upon? Other fur babies? What about your diagnosis? What about your mental health? Ask her about that because you're over here attacking never ends and you're over here attacking people that are trying to bring awareness when we're all supposed to be in the same team. Isn't that the same narrative that they give us
on YouTube, but you really think that physical or incestual abuse is going to be told in a 30-minute, highly edited episode? on Aftermath.
Thank
I
you.
think Miriam's whole entire life of abuse is defined to that one episode that Mike Rinder was on. I personally don't understand why they added you, because I don't think that you are that bright. I've been seeing you for like since 2017, when I remember the first time Leah and Mike retweeted one of your tweets, and it just created a monster out of you. And I've said before on one of my videos how there's a difference.
That's what happens with fans, you know? Like, I kind of wonder. Now she's on the board and she's attacking everybody. Bambina, thank you so much for saying this. I freaking love your comment. As a psychologist and a psychotherapist in training, I find it outrageous to tell who needs any treatment for mental health problems but yourself. That's right. A lot of projection, don't you think, Bambina? Like, that's like me telling, oh, I definitely think that there's some unaddressed stuff. Why would I do that? Even for Miss Stephanie, but I'm putting up the mirror. You're over here telling folks like Aaron, like everybody else, you got some unaddressed mental health issues that you got to get under control. What about yours? Stop projecting that shit. Because you're not a professional. Don't do it. And then you're trolling them under the guise of that. And I'm kind of wondering who else sent you, if that's the case. You have to be able to model empathy and sympathy. You can't just, all right, you can only empathize with one person. Only one person has a true narrative. Get out of here with that.
Between fans and fanatics. And Stephanie Hutchinson is a fanatic. She's fanatically obsessed with Aftermath shows, and she's fanatically obsessed with Mike Rinder. And I literally will watch Mike Rinder. This is what I thought was like highly disgusting. Okay. And I understand Mike Rinder's daughter is in Sea Org, and she talks a lot of crap about Mike Rinder, but you know what? That's his daughter. She can do that. She can talk crap about her dad, and if that's her opinion about her dad, that's her opinion. Stephanie went and wrote a blog about Mike Rinder's daughter slamming her, and I remember Mike Rinder
That's
sharing it.
crazy.
I got a restricted number calling me. No, I don't take those. But I remember Stephanie writing or publishing her blog about Mike Rinder's daughter, and Mike Rinder responding and saying, "Excellent job, Stephanie. Excellent job." Do you know how disgusting that is?
Yeah.
Like, Mike Rinder, that's your freaking daughter. It doesn't matter if she's in Sea Org and maybe she's whatever word you want to use, fanatical, brainwashed, in too deep. I mean, whatever your preferred choice of words are, I don't care, and I don't want to get into debates about it. But Mike Rinder, for you to congratulate Stephanie for sharing a blog disintegrating your daughter, that is shameful, and that's absolutely
Yes.
appalling. And as a father, you should really be disgusted.
It's not your fucking place, Miss Troll Stephanie. It is not your place. And for that, Mike Rinder is a shitty father. He is. I'm just saying it. For you even saying that. Because I thought this is why you don't give a shit about the people, the kids that are there, clearly. If you're going to do that, because clearly you brought her into that situation, right? Weren't you 18 based on the book and yada, yada, yada? I ran away and I had a jump drive and yeah, the whole traumatic story. I get that. All right. And got an Emmy off of everybody's story. For that, ma'am, that is not your place. And then she shared it. That's not your place. That's her story, her experience. And guess what? She's an adult. And God knows what else is going on with her. You I don't know, y'all. I will. I haven't watched it. I gotta catch up. That right there, that is not your place. Not your place at all, Miss Thing. That was wrong of you.
With yourself. My dad would never do that to me. And I get into arguments. Me and my dad, we kind of have an up and down relationship. My father would never do that to me, and I would never do that to my father, because it's called respect. And again, loyalty. And there's certain things that you don't do if you have common decency in class as a human being. And Mike Rinder, encouraging people, like strangers that don't know you or your daughter, to publish blogs and exploit them about your daughter that you actually raised in the Sea Org. Your daughter is in the Sea Org because of you, Mike Rinder.
Thank you.
She's in the Sea Org because of you. You put her there.
And how many other children are there because of him? How many other people have been victimized because of him? Stop. Okay? How many generations are in there because of him? Stop.
Just want to clarify that. So as soon as I saw that, I was just like, wow, Stephanie Hutchinson and Mike Rinder are some sick sons of bitches. And just to end off, I'm going to go on to the next subject, but yeah, Stephanie, you're treating this like a clown show. Okay. And I think you've lost a lot of respect. I remember you wrote a blog about Jerry Armstrong 2 years ago. and you had no
Mm.
idea what the hell you were talking about. And you wrote it, and it pissed off like the whole entire critic community. And you're like, oh, I guess I shouldn't have written about this.
I'm assuming attacking Mr. Jerry Armstrong at this point. Shout out to Mr. Jerry Armstrong wherever he's at. Okay, shout out to him. But I do want to know, was he also attacking her, him for Mike Rinder? Is that what it was? Is that what we do? People that actually survive leave the cult and get dead agent and excommunicated by family members. That's what we do for fans because we're fans of these two people, these Emmy award winning people and the board and everybody. This is why that board is so Hollywood. You guys are so far removed from the actual victims, and they're in this community, and you do more harm than anybody.
Yeah, you think? You might want to like educate yourself because you're talking about a group that has existed a few decades before the Aftermath show was even created. And you are in over your head. You don't know what you're talking about. And I think you are a horrible representation of somebody to be on the board of any foundation that has to do with Scientology,
That's right, girl.
period.
Period.
Okay. So I understand why Kelly is mad. And I saw Marilyn's show about it today. And it is, I mean, they just nail it on the head. I saw Nora.
Yes, they did. And yes, Miss Diane says, yes, she was. This was about 2.5 years ago. Her Auntie Jerry blog. Oh, so we attack Mike Rinder's daughter, who, by the way, what if she decides to leave today? But she doesn't call the aftermath because her dad's on the board. She's also a victim. Where would she go? Have you ever thought about that? What if she decides to leave today? But you're over here attacking her for her father because you feel like you get some like brownie, stake points, I don't know, something. Why would you do that? Why is that your place? It's not your place to attack people's marriages. It's not your place to attack people's children that are in there. It just isn't. And then you want to bitch and complain about the protesters, about what they're doing. What are you doing? Oh, that's right. You wrote a blog and you're in there and then you're a fan stan and you're trolling everybody. You're doing all this shit right here. Where is it at? And I was like, what? Who is this account? And then come to find out that this account belonged to that lady. So in this board, they have a legit troll. They really do.
We all have the same opinion. We're like, what is this chick doing? Like, my God, she's turning this into a clown show. But my personal opinion is I think Mike Rinder is trying to sabotage the Aftermath Foundation. I think he wants to get rid of it.
Mm.
I think he does. He can't. He can't just say, hey, we got like $500,000 in here, 200 grand, whatever. Like we got to close this out. They have to get rid of all the funds. And they're currently bringing on just any Tom, Dick, and Harry and adding them on that Phil Jones put up a billboard that serves no purpose that no one can
Mm.
see. Do you know how much it costs to put up a billboard in Los Angeles? Actually, in any city, it's very expensive.
Yeah. You guys ever think about that? Like Rinder's family, right? If they're in this shit, who would they call if they want to get out? And then you over here sharing these blogs. Anybody think about that? I'm just kind of wondering. Why is that okay? I would never write a blog about, I don't know, Rinder's kid's story. I would never do that. To support Rinder? Never. I've never once called Rinder a wife beater because I don't know him like that. I would never do that. And I know how much this cult lies. Why would I do that to him? I would never call him an abuser. I don't know him. So why would I? No. But what you're doing as a never in is fucking stupid.
They're just doing this because they need to get rid of their money and they're trying to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Because honestly, my prediction and my thoughts are they want to get rid of the Aftermath Foundation. They don't want it. Um, there's a possibility that it could be being investigated. You guys have to remember the Aftermath Foundation began in 2017. What is it now? 2024. If they're being audited by the IRS, for example, they have to account for all of those funds and where those funds have been
That's
going to.
right.
That's why they're handing out all of this money like candy. So you know what I tell all you people out there? Because I didn't grow up rich.
Well, are they though? And shout out to you guys. Go check out her channel. Again, it's Diane Edix. Marissa, you guys check her out, y'all. She's phenomenal. She had me laughing and rolling on this one. Listen, where is this money going? They don't want to be there, right? They had an issue with the money being used to fund some treatment, like like Jamie Mustards and other treatment that could potentially help, right? Why are they so safeguarding the money? And then they tell people, well, I gave that person the most money, which Mike Brown paid back. Like, these are things that we have to kind of pay attention. It's not your money. It's not your money. Okay? Stop. It's not your money. It's meant to help people. So is it really true? Like, I'm kind of wondering if they're giving it, if they're being very selective, making sure that people, sign their own little stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Of course they will. Of course they will always comment. If Mike Rinder and Rest are trying to get rid of the Aftermath Foundation, that would make sense to bring on new board members and blame them for its demise. Potentially. But you know what? A lot of what's going on wasn't, well, let me be careful with that. I feel like a lot of what's going on has been brought up by the fact that they're refusing to really just, I mean, they're doubling down on a lot of the stuff that they're doing. Everybody's a troll. I'm a David Miscavige rabbit, or keep that in mind. I mean, it's this narrative that's continuously being pushed, that is not conducive or helpful to anybody. But I'm gonna ask you guys something. As a never in, know your fucking place. Know your place. If you're needed, be a source. Be helpful. If somebody calls me from here and says, "Rabbit, I really need, what do you think as a social worker? You have this skill set." Yeah, I'll be a resource, but know your place. You don't need to be the liaison. You don't need to read a bunch of books on this. Listen, just know your place. That's it. And because you're a fan of the show, I like the show, but I'm not going to like go crazy over the show. The show is the show. There's horrific stories, and it's not everybody's story, right? And it's also not very, like, there's so much to this. But you also have to think about the fact that even during while they were producing this, they didn't really think about what is the aftermath of this, because the aftermath doesn't just end at the show or the foundation. There's still aftermath happening right now with a lot of these people here. The aftermath didn't just, all right, the show's over and it's done. No, the aftermath is what it is, and it continues to be what it is because some of these victims are still trying to tell their story, and they're still trying to find some level of coming to terms with their trauma, what they experienced, what they didn't experience. But then it doesn't help that you have somebody in this board that's sitting on money, close to resources, trolling everybody. And that's what it is. And the more and more we talk about the fact that you have an actual board member that's trolling everyone, the better and louder we need to be. What gives you the right to do that? Anyways, I'm out of here because I gotta go tend to baby bunny and I gotta get her Easter egg basket, whatever the hell, because it's Easter, and I have to do all that. But I want to know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. If I'm way off, I'm way off. All right, I'll give you that. I need a refill on my coffee because it's water now. But that's just how I see it. Miss Diane says, it's my opinion, of course, about the money stuff. It's obvious they're scrambling like crazy. Mm-hmm. And they're handing it out. Yes. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Miss Diane. I had to bring, I listen. I hope I didn't wake you up. Shout out to you. May you guys have a blessed, great Easter. Ken, thank you for the $10. On Friday, I formally requested an AF 990s. Anyone can do it. The IRS law is the foundation has 3 days to provide 3 years of 990s by email. Oh, and immediate by person. Ken, I'm kind of curious to know what you find. Let me know. Let me know. I mean, that's all right. Shout out to Ken and shout out to everybody in here. You guys, if I didn't get to shout you out, I'm sorry. But thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. Shout out to the new members. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you guys think, and where we go from here. Rabbits out. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.